fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
My reality, my reality, my reality. My reality includes no illusion. Facts to a Negro's head gives a contusion. Looking from the marvelous light, I know confusion has you in a fantasy thinking war's a losing. Even though Princess Michael wears Moorish brooches, now I told you what the problem is. Niggas are roaches, still thinking like the colonists and lacking competence. If he didn't, this the birthright. The black psychologist wouldn't be getting put through the ringer over a license. If you don't do anything else for your more, it's priceless. So don't get played buying Moorish papers and cards without first studying. Be a man vanguard. Wake up, stop taking credit from your master's cards. Stay in debt. I bet the lower self you a bet. Higher self you abandon, left notwithstanding. You keep constricting and keep not expanding. Still caught up in debates with the back and forth who's who you know are still liars, not speaking the truth. Pay for dirty Moore's classes, won't study with us. That's blood and shark waters, good luck. You warned, me scorned for strangling feelings, maiming emotions. Reality check, see demons. Salivating, tasting your aura, lust in your passions. Go in meditations, body does devilish actions. Get back to your body, people watching you funny. Wearing skinny jeans with rips grown crisscross dummy and civil little mortus. They sell you out claiming professor. Index you on a list for the oppressor. But you are an heir, true successor. Drew Alia's fought Muhammad's predecessor. Turban with the sun, this and out of feather. High treasonous from the gallows hang together. Silent cowards down to their roots, with no courage or strength to stand for the truth. Challenge corruption, volcanic eruption from youth. Awaken memory banks, reconnecting with Ruth. Not terrified of the birthright. Not terrified of the birthright. Not terrified of the birthright. Know thyself, thoughts, scare and hurt, fright.
Up fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Up fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Up fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Up fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Up fantasy, I'm
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
up fantasy,
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
up fantasy,
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
up fantasy,
Que fantasy, I'm living in reality. Yeah. Que fantasy, I'm living in reality. Que fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious. Ali is happy when Moors are happy. Vixens wink fake lashes trying to trap me. 40 days and nights battling the lower demons. This is not their land, hybrids can't be free men. If this is not their land, who's the immigrant thinking they're sovereign? Imagination figment, recessive is their status, lacking pigment. Game for the Thanksgiving, but no commitment to indigenous Moors they conquered with Bibles, signs in the vitals and signs in the cycles, only to strangle, embracing my rivals. Free national standards, not playing with the tribals. Each Moor is their own Christ, not disciples. Whether hands or thoughts, no worshiping idols. Always carry my Moorish Quran, no recitals. Everyone will not process ancients' arrivals. Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Innate mystic ability to show and prove a lesson, coupled with the agility to move you with the message, presence of divine mind to navigate you with a reference, urgent with a purpose, perfect. Emergent urban legends, real Moors, not a question. question or a choice or a preference. You are who you are, you should have the same obsession. Broke the same jewels to a dude, the corner, Jane and Weston. What you reppin', all that effort, that direction keep you separate in a world of blind sheep. I was born to be a shepherd, mine like an elephant. Got the paws of a leopard, means I'm wise and I'm strong. Crank you up like I'm a record, take you to the body shop. Correct your lines to true vector manifestations. Matter, energy, and mind, spirit men unsung. Trey Young dropping dimes. Until you tighten up, you catching splinters from the pine. Clean the clouds out your thoughts, that's what keep you in the bind.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is?
William Murder in the beat.
Red flag, wave it. Red tag, save it. Red, green, what that means, Moorish lands, Bourbon. Who got claim Elbe, not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so awful. Know thyself, the father from my art capstone. Rip the ground, we put it back to top. See some real engineering, really no Indians near here. Blackstone from the next planet. Still you have no talk, you just a stick faggot. Batman still up in the cave, he got some sick gadgets. Nigga rich run a whole city with no power till apocalypse now. In the door cower. Red flag make a 7 as it raised. A flag above many that has waved. Self I'm here to save. I'm an all-mech, got a lot of lip, chopped up to say back up. You see the red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, that I mean, Moorish lands, Bourbon. Who got claim Elvin, not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so forth. Red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, what that mean, Moorish lands, Bourbon. Who got claim Elvin, not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, some obscene, some cordial.
I value representation. This flag represents a nation. Collecting information, tracing our roots, not chasing, pacing my progress, doing more, saying less. Black, white, gray, MSF, RPG in our breath. The depth of what we do is best presented by how we grew. What's true is ear of the beholder till proof answers question over. Some call it closure. I prefer to say we open since we still scoping for knowledge and others now awoken. Hoping little to not prefer work, plan, plot, strategize to maximize the probability. We saw caught between honor and a smart place. The decisions that we make. Ripple effects, minor or great, still I appreciate.
Red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, that I mean, Moorish lands, Bourbon. Who got the claim Elbe, not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so forth. Red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, what that mean, Moorish lands, Bourbon. Who got claim Elbe, not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, some obscene, some cordial.
50,000-year-old ancestral claimant, flag in the ground, hear the flapping fabric sound. Red for the bloodshed or celestial realms, when all you see is fezzes and turbans. Be overwhelmed, standing on the squares, independent and fearless, from lower self to higher self, with no interference. 5-point star is her, we call her Venus. My niggas are Nagas, impropriate persona genius. In 3, 5, or 7 plus, whenever you see us. Moorish national disciples, Prophet Ali and Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius. The same frequencies preceding all man-made religions. Displaying decency, secret teaching of the ages. The heart is where the life is. Osiris is Orion, Horus, Mars, Sirius, Isis. Clear conceptions of your work during a crisis. Rep my flag till I'm dust or the husk is lifeless. Rep my flag, red, green, 5-point star, no gold fringes. Stand on my square, no liberty infringes. No rights violated, no Negroes emancipated. All they know is castrated and decapitated. Red flag. 5-point green stop. How far we are?
Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green, that I mean Moorish land urban. Who got claimed Elvin, not the name MJ. Lushing green was the porcelain, pristine and support. Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green, what that mean Moorish land bourbon. Who got claimed Elvin, not the name MJ. Lushing green was the porcelain, some obscene, some cordial, tops turban.
This is what it feels like. 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 People run. This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in the get. That's in the police out is the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma sentence again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in the again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. 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 Islam. Peace and love to all. Welcome. Welcome. Canaanland Moors. Canaanland Moors. Wednesday Q&A. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat in all caps. But we're going to try to run through these questions, but we also have something else. And then we're going to send the chat out, send the link out for Moors to get on here. All right. So let's get through these questions. Happy New Year to all the Moors out there. We made it to another equinox. The cycle continues. No, honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. First question. Claiming nationality gives us what benefits? Claiming nationality gives us what benefits? That's our problem as Moors waking up, or Moors, coming into this information. They're coming in wanting something, right? Now, you need something to blink? You need something to swallow? Do you need to know what the benefit of swallowing is in order to swallow? It's just automatic, right? Birthright is just automatic. So as soon as you're coming in from the perspective of, oh, what can I get from proclaiming my nationality? You're already going off into something that you're going to end up being in trouble later. So we're saving you the trouble that's going to come later for you wanting to come into this seeking a benefit. Don't come into this seeking a benefit. If you want a benefit, go be Negro, black, colored, African, Indian, or something. And you get every benefit you want. If you want to benefit off of know thyself, then go over to the people who don't know who they are and go over there and get whatever benefit you want. This is not about getting a benefit. You proclaim your nationality, so okay, so here's some benefits for you. That's not how this goes. What do you mean that's not how this goes? Because everybody else get a benefit. But is it really a benefit? Or are they using your birthright because you don't want to use it? You want to talk about getting benefits for swallowing. You want to benefit for blinking. Every time you blink, cha-ching, every time you blink. So you have something. Right. Now, what comes with nationality, what you get by knowing yourself, you get to know about this great man by the name of Noble Drew Ali, who's the only one that told you about know thyself and know your nationality. There's nobody before, unless you're going back to some temples of ancient Egypt and Sumer and all that stuff, nobody was talking about know thyself. Everybody playing race games. Negroid, Africoid, BS games. Noble Drew Ali brought us out of that into knowing what our nationality is. So, because it was brought back to us by Noble Drew Ali, if we're talking and asking questions about nationality, we should be going to him because he's the one that brought it back to us. And then when you go to him, the one that brought it back to us, you're going to go through his literature and you're going to find out about holy instructions and warnings for all young men. So your little boys who are acting like niggers now, they wouldn't be acting like niggers if they would have got their lessons that their prophet left them since the 1920s. Now you're complaining about it. Don't complain about it. Since the 1920s, you were told. And you weren't even only told, you were brought the hard copy. So whenever whoever brought it dies, the stuff is still there. So you have no excuse not to know because nobody hid anything. They just didn't tell you. Nobody said anybody hiding and the conspiracy to keep Noble Drew Ali and all this. No, they just didn't tell you. They knew what was up. They didn't tell. They played games with you instead of telling you what's up. When you have nationality, then you get your marriage instructions for man and wife from the prophet. Because the prophet wasn't only talking to the young men, he was also talking to the adults who were acting like niggers. He was talking to them too. And telling them. And then holy instructions from the prophet, duty of a husband. So he can handle his obligations and stop being a goofball and be a man. And those are your children right there. Stop playing games. And then you start snickering over there because you're just as bad as him. '20s, all the stuff would have been solved, right? So that's all the marital BS that we see generations after generations of our people go through, right? Okay. Holy instructions for the children, right? Holy instructions for the children. So that the children know what's up. So not just for the young men, not just for man and his wife, not just for the husbands, but also for the children. And then remember, if people call people minors, they're children. So when you say children, don't have in your mind some offspring. The obedience of children toward their father. The obedience. So that the children who remember, minors are adults, but a minor is a child. So Nobujuali says children, don't have in your mind small feet and oh cute and all that. No, we're talking about adults, talking about grown people who should know better. But why don't they know better? Oh, because when they came into nationality, they were seeking a benefit. And then they tried to get a benefit. The benefit didn't work. And then instead of going and strangling that person that robbed them, they say, oh, forget being Moors, forget nationality. So don't play yourself. Outside of being Aboriginal, indigenous to this land, we still have to pay for a place to live, like purchasing land, a vehicle, etc. How does this work? Right. So going back again, if there's a cart and then you want to move the cart, right? There's a cart and there's stuff on the cart, and then you want to move the cart. If you're pushing the cart, you're going to be behind the cart. If you're pulling the cart, you're going to be in front. Now, if you're telling a horse to do it, a horse can't push a cart. So the first error, again, because we're Aboriginal and Indigenous, but we suppose why we have to pay to live somewhere, and why when we purchasing land and a vehicle, and how come the Moors don't have a this and that for the Moorish whatever? Going right back to the first question about seeking a benefit. It's punishment. Because your dumbass was supposed to know about your nationality since 1920s. We were supposed to be born Moors. We were supposed to be born Negroes and then trying to figure this out. And then now we're figuring it out later when we're paying taxes, paying all this other stuff that we shouldn't be, because we're the indigenous people to the land. So why are we paying? It's supposed to be for the indigenous people. Yeah, you haven't been indigenous for 100 years, playing Negro black colored games. That's why. Forget Aboriginal and Indigenous. We've been Negro black colored during Nobujuali's time and after. When he said, you're not Negro black colored, we said, fuck him. We're Negro black colored. The prophets are sent by God, the supreme being, Allah. Prophets are sent by, so who you really told? Who were you really talking to? You think you're talking to Nobujuali when he said, nationality? We're not doing that shit. We're gonna go over here and be Negro black colored. 2024, 100 years later, now you're complaining. Now you're complaining? You're complaining, huh? Interesting. Right? The reason why everything is effed up is because we stopped being Moors. And we started being Negro black colored, while everybody else in the world was being a nationality. And everybody in the world made progress, some type of progress. And the only people that the whole world knows that sat on their ass, fucked around, did all types of BS instead of doing what they're supposed to do for their nation are these people above Mexico, classified as Negro black colored, that have a vast estate. And they're talking about pay for a place to live and then purchasing land and all that. When you have a vast estate you're not even using. Now even more as we're talking about why we're riding wherever. wherever we're in the conveyance and we're going to, every time we're in the conveyance, you know, there's land everywhere. You know, there's not supposed to be any homeless people. There's absolutely not supposed to be homeless people. Because the same trees or whatever like that you're gonna clear out to build whatever, you're gonna use those same stuff to build it. So you're not wasting anything. Stop the dumb stuff. People still have cottages right now that they've been sitting there. The cottage sitting there. And so the problems could be solved. It's not hard. Land everywhere. And just land sitting there. Well, how come Moors don't have access to the land? Because you're a Negro black color for 100 years. Now you just said you're a Moor today, and now you think everything's supposed to be handed to you on a platter or something? No. Who lied to you? Who's dirty Moor lied to you and took your finance? Trying to sell you a benefit. Well, in order to purchase the land, you see, you have to get this form right here. And then when you use this form, this is going to attach it to the grandfather clock trust that we're supposed to be doing as Moors. And then you're giving them your finance. So this is about know thyself. It's not about purchasing land. It's not about changing a name on some card. It's not about not having a license plate. It's not about any of the BS that you think it's about. This is about know thyself. And you have two selves, a higher self and a lower self. And then you talk to some other people, they tell you that you have an etheric self and a conscious self, an etheric self. This is about know thyself. If you are scared of your demons and you don't want to know yourself, like for example, right? When I went near Colorado, went to the Moor, and we're at his domicile. We're his domicile. You think he's going and pulling out mortgage papers or allodial title or something like that to show something? What are you doing that for? What does that have to do with anything? We went near North Carolina. You think we're sitting at the Mars? Oh man, you see these couches that we got right here? Oh man, yeah, we went down. We put down the Moorish finance, and then they took it, and then that's how we got this. You think? This is about know thyself. This is about knowing that you have a higher self and a lower self. It's not about knowing how to start a trust and do a trust and all that. That's not what this is about. This is why the stuff doesn't work and looks like Moors spinning their wheels or whatever like that. How come the Moors can't do this and that? And why are the Moors this and that? This is about know thyself. That's why Drew Ali said this is divine and national. Everybody wants this to be national and divine. No, you're not going to run from your demons. You're going to know thyself before you start talking about purchasing anything. Before you start talking about stop paying for a place to live, know thyself. Going back again to seeking a benefit. Why don't you want to pay for somewhere to live? Why? If you don't want to pay for somewhere to live, why don't you just go live in that box over there? Why not? Okay, fine. Don't use that box. How about that abandoned stuff with the grass growing out of it? Why don't you go adverse possess that? Why are you adverse possession mansion with 20 rooms? That's on the market for sale. Why is that the place that you don't want to pay? How come you don't want to pay for the stuff with the grass growing out of it? How about don't pay for that? Oh, because what? Then you're going to have to spend finance to fix that up and all that stuff. And why do that when you could already get something that's fixed up already? You know, these people play games with you with this thing. And oh yeah, this is just for the two in the back. Keep that in mind. Because the masses aren't game for being awakened. They love sleep. So let them sleep. Right? Again, we go pick out a place like we've been doing and pay. Now, when we were near North Carolina, talk with an elder there. Elder says land everywhere. If anybody wants land, you can have land. Just come to North Carolina and talk to me. There's land here. You have finance? There's land here. There's so much land you don't even know what people don't even know what to do. But then if you get the land now you have to work, right? You can't sit back and chill. And then I go through all that when you could already get the stuff that's already seeking a benefit. That's not what this is about. This is about knowing thyself. And then once you know thyself, then you'll realize how you don't pay for a place to live. You realize how to go about purchasing land and purchasing a vehicle. You're not getting your doctorate the second day of school. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care if you went through high school at 5 years old. You think somebody's impressed? You thought you were doing work when you were doing Negro black color stuff. Now you're in the Moorish paradigm, or now you really have to work now. How does that work? How does that work? How do you work? Because the only way you're going to know how not to pay for a place to live and how to purchase land, how to not pay taxes, the only way that works is if you work. And you working isn't going to some job and punching the clock and all that. You working is on self. Noble Drew Ali told Moors again, all old business, lower self, leave it as it is, and all new business, higher self, in your free national name. All the lower stuff, just leave that as it is. You say don't use it, don't engage, you said leave it as it is. However it is, leave that like that. But going forward, from this point on, do everything as a free national. Don't do it as the lower self. So when they ask, does credit play a factor in getting what's ours? credit is part of the debt system. There's no credit. The master teacher said, we give you the bucket until you put credit in there. You putting something in there? You putting something in there? You would say, here's the glass. Pour some credit in there. I'm thirsty. If you think something got put in there, you might have to go get a helmet. You might have to go get a helmet, because you're not thinking like you're supposed to be thinking. Completely off. But why are you off? Because you're listening to all these other whoever's instead of listening to Noble Drew Ali, who brought you the nationality back. We listen to every goof instead of him. Listen to every damn goof. And then time to listen to Noble Drew Ali, oh no, well that was back then, and well, wasn't he Muslim and talking all the BS? But then you're listening to pervs out here jerking off on the train, videotaping people. Now that's your leaders, pedophiles, conscious pedophiles, getting good time for doing some pedo stuff. Yeah, goof ass. Exactly. The Kush voice. And so the whole point of all that is do not come into this seeking a benefit. Just like when you do rituals, they tell you don't expect anything. Expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Don't look to get it right now. Just know that things start working in mysterious ways. Things start working in mysterious ways when you get on the Moorish paradigm. All right. Islam. In the divine warning for the nations, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's literature, he states, enforcing the Constitution. In my studies and studying other teachers as well, being that the Constitution is for North America, was adopted, is its main function designed to keep the foreigners, modern Europeans, in check? Lastly, when the Prophet said to enforce the Constitution, was he referring to ours as Moors and the one for North America, or did he mean either one specifically? So the first part of the question, in the studies, being that the Constitution for North America was adopted, is its main function designed to keep the foreigners, modern Europeans, in check? Right? Yes, because they're foreigners. And if they're foreigners in land that's not theirs, there has to be rules and regulations for these people. And the rules and regulations for these modern Europeans in America is the Constitution for the United States of America Republic. That's their rules. And they should be following their rules if they're going to be in the Americas. So this is why Drew Ali said enforce it. Because by bringing them back to their rules, then you get to see all the BS that they did. So, for example, in the 20s, Drew Ali said enforce the Constitution, right? And then now, how much amendments are there? And how much amendments are in the organic Constitution? So if Drew Ali said enforce the Constitution in the 20s, and then you say, hey, enforce the Constitution, then you start enforce the Constitution now, what Constitution do you think is going to be enforced? The stuff that they're talking about now, or the organic? And then if it goes back to the organic, that means they got to pack up everything and go back to the 13 colonies or go back to Europe. Because the indigenous people, with the backing of everybody else in the world who's here now, should be enforcing the Constitution too. And acknowledging who the actual sovereigns, who the actual government is, because all of them know. That's why they come to the land of milk and honey. What are they coming over here for? Obviously to steal your birthright. Because there's nothing else over here for them. What are they coming over here for? They got their own stuff where they're from. You tell me about dictators and all that stuff, that you voted for that guy over there. What are you talking about? Right, so that's their rules and regulations, the Constitution. And if the people enforce that, then they couldn't get away with all the BS that they get away with. But because the people don't enforce it, well, now you got them saying democracy and all this. Now you got them putting on amendments without consulting with the people. Now you got them doing everything against the Constitution, when they're supposed to be the ones enforcing it more than the people. And so when the prophet said enforce the Constitution, it wasn't one specific. He was telling us to enforce ours because we have our own Constitution, and he wasn't telling us to enforce the supreme law of the land, which is also called the Constitution, to keep these people in check so we could do whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing, because they're going to be in check. And then us doing whatever we're supposed to be doing as Moors, everything, was in our hands in the 1920s when Noble Drew Ali was around. The Moors are back in the seat of government. Remember when you go through the oral statements, talks about Chinese, Japanese, Turks, and all these people joining Moor Science Temple. And then people looking at that like they're joining some religious corporation. No, they're not. They're naturalizing. They're proclaiming their nationality before the free national government of the Americas. The theocratic government. And they have their nationality card. When they go out there, no one could tell them anything. Because UDOTS would be bankrupt, right? Because they were bankrupt in 1929, right? They're bankrupt. And then everything's back in the hands of the Moors. Then they got with the Noble Drew Ali, and then by 33, they worked out the New Deal, and then they started doing their democracy BS that you're complaining about right now because you've been denying your profit because of all these sellouts and traitors among us who didn't talk about enforce the Constitution. They're telling you about civil rights acts. All these sellouts and traitors that you went for after Noble Drew Ali transition, all were telling you about civil rights acts. That's not the supreme law of the land. Why they telling our people enforce that? Why are they telling our people enforce that? Why? Are they telling our people to enforce some act? If Noble Drew Ali said enforce the Constitution, enforce the Constitution, right? So then we're enforcing the divine Constitution and bylaws, which is going to be for Moors to keep themselves in line, keep us in check. Remember, Moors are tripping too. In 29, Moors are tripping, jumping in the prophet's seat, saying that he came back through them and talking crazy. Right? So we had our Constitution to keep us in check, and then we had the national Constitution to keep the foreigners in check. And once we enforce the Constitution, everything would be in harmony with the universe. But as you see, they couldn't have that. So they got rid of Noble Drew Ali, and here we are, trying to convince you again. Yeah, they farted and it smelled like Noble Drew Ali's cologne. So they're the prophet now. People are nuts. People are nuts. Right, so enforce both of those. Divine Constitution and bylaws, and enforce the national Constitution. Are we non-citizen U.S. nationals? So if there's no U.S., then there's no U.S. nationals, there's no U.S. citizens, there's no U.S. whatever. That's just in name only. In name only. Anytime you see U.S., anytime you see United States, matter of fact, where's this thing? Okay. James Traficant, U.S. bankruptcy speech. The bankruptcy of the United States. United States Congressional Record, March 17th, 1993, volume 33, page H1303. Speaker, Representative James Traficant Jr., Ohio, addressing the House. Mr. Speaker, we are here now in Chapter 11. Members of Congress are official trustees presiding over the greatest reorganization of any bankrupt entity in world history, the U.S. government. We are setting forth, hopefully, a blueprint for our future. There are some who say it is a coroner's report that would lead to our demise, and then they murdered him, right? It is an established fact that the United States federal government has been dissolved by the Emergency Banking Act, March 9th, 1933. Remember, this is from 1993, and he's talking about stuff going on in 33. 48 Statute 1, Public Law 89-719. declared by President Roosevelt being bankrupt and insolvent. HJR 192, 73rd Congress, M Session, June 5th, 1933, joint resolution to suspend the gold standard and abrogate the gold clause, dissolved the sovereign authority of the United States and the official capacities of all United States governmental offices, officers, and departments, and is further evidence that the United States federal government exists today in name only. Exists in name only. This exists. This entity that people say the government and talk about, citizenship and all these things, right? You're dealing with an insolvent, bankrupt entity. Oh, and it's dissolved too. And it exists in name only. The only reason the fraud is visible is because of the people's trust in it. They believe and keep hope alive that the stuff, no, it's the name only. That's like Walmart being in warehouse only. And then you're going in there pushing the cart or whatever like that, and then the shelves are empty. And you're walking through aisles with carts, twirling hangers with nothing on them. And music's playing and everything. You're strolling through the empty warehouse. Talking about you went to Walmart to go shop. Get your helmet. You're looking crazy. Right, this is why, again, Noble Drawley said, all old business, lower self, leave it as it is. Don't try to mix the Moorish whatever with what you've been doing as Negro black colored. It doesn't mix. It's oil and water. Don't even waste your time trying to mix it. What are you stirring? Stop stirring. It's not mixing. It's not mixing. All you're doing is separating the oil into little particles. It's not mixing. All old business, lower self, leave it as it is. And all new business, higher self, do it in your free national name. So when you're in the lower self realm, you're there as a Moor. You're not Negro black colored. But you're there as a Moor that has this lower self as a jacket because you're going to be around demons. So, you gotta pretend to be a zombie to get out the zombie apocalypse. You gotta walk with a little shuffle, and you might have to leave some stuff in your eye, and you might have to, wipe some blood on your shirt from the body right there. because you're trying to get out of the zombie apocalypse. And then it's not just you. Then you also got the stroller that you're pushing or whatever like that. And babies crying and zombies are looking and all that. You're in the zombie apocalypse right now. You don't have to murder your baby because they got bitten by these demons out here. Sometimes you have to play dumb. That doesn't take away the fact that you're a Moor. You're still a Moor. Just playing dumb because you know if you play smart right now, they're not letting you in the building. Because you're going to file your papers and all that stuff, and these people blocking you at the door because you're standing on nationality and you got to let me in and all this stuff. No, we don't. You got to do jack. You gonna jump over this thing, run through the metal detector and all that stuff. What are you doing all that for? Right? It's all old business. Leave it as it is. Stop trying to mix the more stuff with the old BS that you've been dealing with that you don't want to deal with. It's not gonna ever mix. You're either gonna use the Moorish thing to kill everything over there and never look back ever again, put the gasoline on and throw the match, or you're existing in both realms. And sometimes you have to, walk under the sometimes you have to walk through the shit waterfall so you have your shit suit. So you ain't worried about getting hit by the shit when you walk through the shit. Because you have the shit-proof suit. Stuff can't touch you. You're not concerned. All right. All old business is where it's at. Let sleeping dogs lie. So don't give yourself. Don't mess up. Don't mess up all your stuff. Remember, they're bankrupt and insolvent. They don't even exist. They're in name only. So talking about doing their forms and doing their whatever like that, you're only doing that out of private necessity. And because you have to do this out of private necessity to protect yourself and your sanity and all that stuff, anytime you're dealing with these people moving forward, you're reserving your rights with them because they could only work by contracts. They can't deal with you other than through contracts. So once you realize that game, you just stop contracting with them, and then you're free from the system because you're not making any new contracts with them. Every contract you have is old business. And then every time it comes up for renewal, you reserve your rights on it. And don't let these Moors tell you any BS about your sovereign and all that stuff for you to be 80. And then you put 40 years in a corporation or whatever like that, and then you gave up your pension because they didn't want to change the name and all that stuff. And then you're cursing Moors when you're 80. The Moors made me lose my pension. And I had a good pension with the... No, that was that dumbass Moor that told you mix oil and water. No, don't worry, just put water in the gas tank. Don't worry. Because cars run on water. And since cars run on water, you can just put water in the gas tank. Then you're listening to his dumbass. And then you're blaming all the Moors after you lose all your stuff. No, blame those 2 Moors, those 5 Moors, those 3 Moors who played you. Call them out by name. Don't throw Moorish nationality and Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff under the bus because you dealt with some traders. That's what you get. That's what you get. Because you should have been dealing with Noble Drew Ali. That's what you should have been dealing with. But you don't want to deal with Noble Drew Ali because Noble Drew Ali is too stern. He'll fuck you up. You talk some BS to Noble Drew Ali. Know that you have to be responsible now. Can't be knuckle dragging when Drew Ali's around. Or standing on the square or on their post or whatever like that. They ain't no playing around. You get it. You know, we're born into some madness that the more you study, the more crazy this thing is. And it's like, well, this shit is crazy. Right? You know. So the key in making it through is recognizing that it's a zombie apocalypse, right? You went to sleep in the 1920s, you woke up, it's a zombie apocalypse. Right? They know showing somebody a nationality card and all that stuff, and they're letting you go. You need to put this axe through that skull right there. That's the only way you're getting out of here. Right? And the safe haven is the like minds people. Like the safe haven is the people who, you know, you're trapped out there, and then there's, you know what I mean, 20 zombies, and oh my God, they're gonna get me, and then, you know, then 20 shots ring out, and here comes the cavalry, and they take you to the fort, you know, where they're barricaded in or whatever like that, because you've been sleeping for 100 years, bro. It's fucking zombie apocalypse right now. Where the hell you been? Where you been for 100 years? You know what's going on out there right now? What do you mean? What do you mean Doritos? You talking about? You know, Doritos for 100 years. Been a zombie apocalypse, bro. Where you been? This is where this thing's at. That's when we're talking about Moors, you know, doing commerce or whatever, right? If you went to khalifamedia.com and bought something, that's Moorish commerce. If you went to honeybay.com and bought something, you're a Moor, right? Yeah. And then that's Bay, so that's Moorish. Okay, so you went to honeybay.com and you bought something. That's commerce. But guess what? It's also trade. And they get you to think that commerce is some whatever like that because of the commercial term that they throw around. And you start talking about the anti-government and terrorists and all this stuff. And no, not really. All I said was commerce. Right. So when we engage with each other, offer an acceptance, that's trade. That's commerce. That's us working with each other. You have something, I give you something that we both agree that this value is worth what you got right there, and I can have it, then that's what it is. Because we have to just remember it's a zombie apocalypse. Right? So you went to, you know, you're like, man, forget this, man. You guys are talking shit. This is not no zombie apocalypse. Like, what are you talking about? The store is open. And then you go to the store and the zombies in there eating. And zombie at the cash, checking out the other zombies. The zombies got their bags and they're leaving the store, whatever like that. You're walking in there, you know, the zombie just looking at you. No, can I help you? None of that. Just zombie standing there looking at you. And it's apocalypse right now. Zombies everywhere. You don't worry about some form from these people over here. Don't worry about that. That's old business, because you wouldn't be dealing with the form unless you were Negro. You wouldn't be a Moor dealing with these people and their forms, right? Because it's old. This is new business. And you're not going to them to go fix some old contract. You'll just do a new contract and then dissolve that old one. Right. And we have, you know, there's no template. I mean, whatever you're going through, that's it. That's it. Next question. Why are some Moors so focused on being Muslim? And why are some Moors so focused on being Muslim? Because that's the easy way out. The easy way out is go pray. Yeah, just leave it in Allah's hands and go pray. I'm not Allah. Allah is up there, so they don't have to take responsibility. They can just say, you know, Allah got the wheel. I'm just Allah's creation, just existing. When you say we're Moors, this is a serious thing. Like, it is not a joke. This stuff will eat you up and spit you out if you're not ready. If you think you could play games with this will eat you, chew you up, not even swallow, just spit you back out and leave you over there chewed up. Now do something. Don't play games with this. And instead of people coming out and saying, you know what? We played games with this and Allah is real, Noble Drew Ali is real, but we can't be part of this because this stuff is too much and I can't handle this shit. Right? If they did that and then go be Muslim or whatever like that, yeah, but they're talking about their bay and they're going to the mosque and all that stuff. They're just not ready for being Moors. They're not ready for being Moors. Like, because once you're talking about some religion or whatever like that's passivity. Like, that's not activity. That's passive. That's as passive as you could get. Being some religious whatever. Oh yeah, speaking about the Muslim too. That was a reminder. was a reminder. Now check this now. And going back to the same thing, why are Moors and the Muslim and all that, right? Responsibility. Right. Responsibility. Once they go religious, know that they don't want to accept the responsibility. But it's their birthright, so you can't tell them they're not Moors or whatever. You can't tell them they're not Moors. Well, they are. They are. Oh, there was no sound just now? Oh, there was no sound. Let's try again. Let's see. What the hell isn't that playing?
Fasting is supposed to be a revival season to the Muslims, in which they are to devote much time to the study of the Quran. Hospitality, almsgiving, prayer, and peacefulness are to be especially cultivated. You hear of the rich man standing at his door at sunset to salute and invite to his table the poor who happen to pass by, sending them on their way rejoicing in presence of money. But you see little of this today. On the contrary, you may observe the powers that be take great pains to rid the city of its swarms of beggars. Before Ramadan begins, the edict goes forth that all found asking alms in public thoroughfares shall be arrested. Those from the provinces are to be sent to their homes. Those who are found to have neither homes nor friends are to be set to work if able. This month of fasting is supposed to be a revival season to the Muslims, in which they are to devote much time to the study of the Quran. Hospitality, almsgiving, prayer, and peacefulness are to be especially cultivated. You hear of the rich man standing at his door at sunset to salute and invite to his table the poor who happen to pass by, sending them on their way rejoicing in presence of money. But you see little of this today. On the contrary, you may observe the powers that be take great pains to rid the city of its swarms of beggars. Before Ramadan begins, the edict goes forth that all found asking alms in public thoroughfares shall be arrested. Those from the provinces are to be sent to their homes. Those who are found to have neither homes nor friends are to be set to work if able.
Like, I don't know why Moors would want to be Muslim. Like, I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I can't I can't go with it. I can't go with it. I just can't. Next question. And this is the last one. Where did the papal cross come from? What does it mean? Where did the papal cross come from? And what does it mean? When we look at the get this on here. When we look at original papal cross, Christianity, symbolism of the papal cross. So when you use these little Googles and whatever, right? A lot of different stuff is going to come up that you can go through, right? Kabbalah. 3 bars represent Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Right? Belief, faith, and fruition. Right? The realms that come under the Pope's authority: church, heaven, and the world. We're talking about the 3 horizontal bars. These are the different meanings that it'll have. Right? And then you put any 3, anything in 3 symbology, you could put there. Right? You could also go pyramid. What plans could we make for the upcoming eclipse? I haven't even checked out really, but when you're talking about something that hasn't happened for whatever, 90 years, 500 years, 50,000 years, whatever, be aware of the moment. You know, be absolutely aware of the moment. Right? If it's one of these eclipses that happens every 5 years or something like that, then that ain't, you know, do what you will. But if it's some 80,000 years ago, the last time this thing happened, then take advantage of the moment. You know, and again, with all this Google and all this other stuff that you got, you could do your own research on what plans could we make for the upcoming eclipse, and then see people who, you know, have been mastering those realms, see what they have to say, you know, and then build your positioning of what you're going to do from what you retrieve in your research before the eclipse. But I'm from the metaphysical school. Nothing external is really what it's at. It's really about what's going on internal when that external stuff's going on. You know what I mean? Right? That's how I would look at eclipse. That's how I would look at full moon and all that. I'm not looking at full moon as, you know, the moon, whatever. I'm looking at that as, you know, my moon sign and dealing with that. Right? But whatever the ritual is, whatever the ritual is for you, you know, just make sure your intent is pure with regard to you exercising that and you know, go as far as you're willing to go. Because again, you know, this is something that we're creating real time. You know, this is something we're creating real time. Oh yeah, there they go. So we wanted to put this out for the Moors. The Moor with the emerald cluster. The Moor with the emerald cluster. So we had one other thing to play.
Is Chief Santeria of the Temuca tribe of North Florida. He was the chief over 30 villages in North Florida, or modern day downtown Jacksonville, Florida. His broadly smiling face, with its wide, blunt nose and full lips, is clearly meant to be that of a Negro. But his curly hair is, when seen from the front, almost entirely hidden by a jeweled gold feathered crown of a type generally associated with the romantic images of American Indians. Taken from contemporary illustrations of travel accounts, in that the figure is supposed to represent an American Indian. We know the truth now. This is Chief Santeria of the Temuca tribe of North Florida. He was the chief over 30 villages in North Florida, or modern day downtown Jacksonville, Florida. His broadly smiling face, with its wide, blunt nose and full lips, is clearly meant to be that of a Negro. But his curly hair is, when seen from the front, almost entirely hidden by a jeweled gold feathered crown of a type generally associated with the romantic images
of an American Indian. And then they're losing their shit, right? What they're not telling the people is that this chief, this American Indian chief that they're talking about, is known as the Moor with the emerald cluster. This chief they're talking about. And then you could just go to Google, the Moor with the emerald cluster, and the image is going to come up. All right, so this is where they stole their little narrative from. And they started reading from here. His broad smiling face and his wide blunt nose and Negro and American Indian and all that. But why they leave out the part? The Moor is represented. The Moor's dark brown skin. The Moor carries a tray of tortoise shells containing a matrix of emeralds. And I'm talking too much about American Indians up in here. Sounds like they're making a lot of reference to Moor. Why are they making so much reference to Moor? And keep in mind, this is University of Chicago Press Journals. The Moor with the emerald cluster. The Moor, the emerald cluster. So if you have any thoughts on the Moor with the emerald cluster, just push the button. And you can get on here and say your piece. Islam, Brother Bay.
Islam, Brother Cujo.
Islam. How's self?
I'm great, thank you, man.
Islam.
Wow, that's a beautiful piece, man. It has a lot of history, a lot of information about self. That's one of the benefits of knowing yourself. At least you know you don't come from being a slave, picking cotton. Beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the benefits. Benefits are limitless. I don't. Some people just want a handout. I don't know why, but
That's all they know.
At least now you know you're not a slave. You come from royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Another benefit is you won't be lambs on the table. You won't be in a lotion bottle. Your bones won't be found beneath the church. Your DNA won't be inside McDonald's hamburger. Another benefit. It's crazy, you know. Another benefit is you honor your bloodline. You honor your mother. Another benefit, you're on the right side with divine law. The benefits are limited. All depends on the individual heart. Why you want to declare your nationality? You looking for a benefit? Wrong. Then going wrong. That's the wrong approach.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong approach. Honor your bloodline, you know. Respecting mom. Thanking mom for the gift of life. Who don't want that benefit? That don't make any sense to me. What is one of the benefits of being a Moor? One great benefit is knowing thyself. That's the greatest benefit of all, especially with all the information that was given to you to be somebody that you're not. And then you accept it. Then you, from a child, you grow up thinking that you come from nothing. And then you find out you have this rich culture that operates the planet. That's a great benefit. At least to me it was. Having knowledge of self. You know, I don't understand some of these people's questions. I mean, honor your bloodline so that your days can be long upon this earth, not some mystery cloud in the sky. People got you praying to a mystery God in the sky to deal with your real situation that you have to deal with. Got you going to a mystery God to solve real problems that you're dealing with. That's another benefit. You have to be worshiping false idols or some mystery God in the sky when you have real issues. That's another benefit, but I just don't get some of these questions. The other benefit, you won't have to follow sellouts. Another benefit, you won't have to be fucking dumb. Like for real. You know what I'm saying, Brother Cujo? The benefits are limitless. You won't have to be led down the wrong road of deception. You can't be deceived anymore because you know the difference between what's real and what's not. Then you won't be walking around here talking about you're a Muslim. That's crazy. You walk around here talking about you're a Muslim and they pedophiles. That's sick, yo. You won't have to waste your energy of all the foolishness. That's plenty benefit. I mean, the benefits are limitless. The greatest benefit is you're on the right side of divine law. Find peace, man. Peace of heart, peace of mind. You just find peace. That's priceless. I don't get what benefit you're looking for, especially when your whole life you thought you was getting benefits and you ain't getting nothing. Not to declare your nationality, you want a benefit. You want something to put in your pocket. You want somebody to give you something. Wrong concept. Benefits are priceless, though. As far as I'm concerned, I use the floor. Islam, brother. Yusuf.
Peace, brother Yusuf.
Islam, Morris. Islam, brother Bay.
Islam, soldier.
Islam, Grand Sheik.
Islam, Moor.
Islam to the Moors in the chat. Forgive me if you hear my daughter in the background.
Oh, you're good, Moor.
Yep. Islam. Now, Grand Sheik, okay. You see how he said the American chief, the Indian chief or the chief, such and such. Now I asked the question in the chat, but like, doesn't the word chief come from sheik?
Yeah, chief, sheik predates chief.
Right. I don't, and then the emerald statue of the Moor. All of those are the Blackamoor statues.
Yeah.
Oh, that statue, when I went to remember I showed went live in so-called Florida.
Yeah,
I was at that statue's in there.
Yeah.
Why isn't it in some teepee? Shouldn't it be in some teepee? If it's American Indian, it should be in some teepee. Why was it in a Moorish castle? They have that in St. Augustine, Florida, in the Moorish area, where all the Moorish statues at. They have that there. It's not, and it doesn't say anything about no Indian.
Nothing.
Those same statues are the same ones that they call Blackamoor statues. Like it's the same thing. They're the same ones. The same figurine. They have the same posture, the same type of headdress, the same like like upbringing, not looking like slaves. You know what I'm saying? Not wearing rag clothes. They all of them, and nothing about no Indian, and they know that. That's why he put so much emphasis. Like, let me ask y'all, ask the panel, why would you think he put so much emphasis on the term American Indian?
To mislead people, to
Yeah.
misguide them. That's where the deception comes in. That with these false narratives, they're just telling the people the truth. They want to deceive people. That's another benefit. You can't be deceived now. Once you know the truth. And thank you, brother Youssef, for all the information that you put out as well, man. All your info, man.
Islam, brother Bay.
No doubt, man. I remember that time you got that information for St. Augustine, Florida, man. So that statue was there also then, huh? It didn't say anything about them being Indians.
No, that's why we know that they're playing these games by, first of all, putting so much emphasis on American Indian. That's just he's not trying to like fix any issues with us as a people in our nation. They're just trying to cause confusion by whatever they need to cause to get clicks, to get people to tune into what they doing so they can make their look at me finance. I don't even think they're getting the finance. They get paid off of the look at me. That's the new finances. How many look at me's can I get? That's what they thrive off of. They thrive off of how many look at me's I can get, because that's all they're getting. And nobody paying, because everybody knows you're lying. You just playing soap opera by American Indians. That's soap opera. You playing. We already. I was looking at my pictures from 2016. I'm reading the stuff from what's the brother's name? When Rocks Cry Out, Horace Butler.
Yeah.
I'm reading his information from 2016, and I'm like, yo, it's 2024, and these people still saying American Indian.
Yeah.
Like we had Grand Sheik before. We already had modern Europeans come on there with the brother who wrote the book with the Manarets all over North America. And we asked him the question if he found any ancient, teepee.
Phil Pasquini,
yeah. We asked him. Was there any ancient? He giggled. And like, y'all know, like, come on, there's no ancient teepees and nothing like that. Like it's all Moorish architecture. Exactly. Like this infatuation that they got with the term. And like the brother said, we showed the video with the so-called people who they would call Native Americans. We saw the guy say it in the video. Columbus never called these people Indians in none of his journals. So Columbus never even heard the word Indian. Like, how they never seen the word? He never wrote the word Indian because it was Los Indios, the godless, and it makes that when I learned that they called them the godless heathens, I said, that's the thing. That's what they would call, of course, because they have to call them savage, backwards people, a third world country, black, Negro, colored, African American. They have to take them out of. They've been doing this for hundreds of years. And I said, when I learned that, I said, of course, why would they call them Indians? That would be like giving them some type of land or whatever, if we looking at it how it is supposedly, but it wasn't. He was calling in heathens because a savage people, you can take their land. A backwards, that's what they were making it. The rules, they still do it today. like, oh, some place got weapons of mass destruction. We need to go in there and help save them under the guise of they got weapons, under the guise of they're backwards people, under the guise of they're not Christian, under the like that's what they do. That's what they've been doing. And it was Los Indios, the godless heathens, another term to take us out of who we were. Black wasn't the first one that they used. Colored wasn't the first one they used. Negro wasn't the first. They've been used. It was, remember, Moriscos? They've been trying to figure out a way to take us out of who we really are. They've been trying to figure it out for hundreds of years. They didn't just wake up one day, all right, we got it, we're going to call them black. Nah, they've been practicing.
You got to say that again. You got to say that again. You got to say that one again.
They didn't just wake up one day and said, all right, I got it. Let's just call them black. They've been doing this for hundreds of years, giving us misnomers. This just didn't happen with just the terms Negro, colored, black, African. They've been doing that with, like I said, heathens, savages, backwards people. They've been Moriscos. They've been calling us out of our national titles to take our land all over the world. They still doing it. Like I just said, they still do that. And that's their main thing, to come and just steal people's land on behalf of y'all crazy. They'll be like, that's how they think. Like y'all, them people, they crazy. So we're gonna take their land and teach them how to not be a crazy people by giving them liquor stores, McDonald's, that's churches, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yep.
What I really don't like though is that someone sits you down and tell you the truth, and you know the truth, know the difference between the two, and you still decide to sell out your own people, like you don't have a mother or a sister or a daughter or women that you care about, and women brought you here. That's the part I really don't like. They can try all they want to disassociate us from the land, but nobody's energy is greater than divine energy. If divine law gets enough, they all can go to hell. What I really don't like is the sellout. When they set you down, they pull your coat and tell you what's going on, and then you walk right by your mom, you walk right by your sister, you walk right by the woman you're involved with, you walk right by your daughter, and you won't tell them the truth. And you come from a woman. That bothers me a lot, yo. I can't stand that. I wish I had a place to put them at. That's sick, man. Especially when you find out your culture run the planet. Especially when you find out if it wasn't for a woman that looked like the woman that you came from, there wouldn't be no other species on this planet with a head, 2 arms, and a leg and a body. If it wasn't for her. And then you don't tell her, I don't care how many oaths I would have took. They had to kill me. Because I'm telling my mama, I'm telling my sister, I'm telling my daughter the truth. I'm so glad that I found out that I come from someone instead of a fucking mystery god in the sky. I got a belly button to prove it. I don't care how many lies they come to me with now. I'm gonna look at them and laugh. They know not even come to me now. They look at me and go the opposite direction. Ain't nothing you fixing to say to me gonna make me reject my bloodline. Nothing. Nothing you gonna do to me. I don't even care. You're not fixing to make me reject my bloodline. No. Not when it's so rich. It's so powerful. Man, it's so beautiful, man. Man, just about every creation on this planet come from someone that look like me. That's the benefit. That's the benefit. The hybrid Albion European ain't created shit. And all the time I thought they created something. They ain't created shit. All they did is graft a whole bunch of shit, a bunch of fucking after and after. They too fucking late when it comes to me though. I can't stand them fucking sellouts, yo. I can't stand them. They better be lucky I ain't come up with the time of Prophet Noble Joe Ali, because all of them be fucking dead. Nowhere in the world I let you see Prophet Noble Joe Ali taught me all that, and I don't defend it. Y'all got me fucked up. Off with your fucking heads. I don't give a fuck. Take it to your grave, yo. I don't hear nothing you have to say. And you reject all that information and it operates the planet. Everything operates the planet. How you gonna fucking reject that? Culture, irrigation, resources, everything come from us. And you reject it? What kind of fucking idiot are you? I don't want you nowhere fucking around me at all. So guess what now? I'm by myself. But who gives a fuck? Y'all fucking sellouts. You ain't got no heart. As far as I'm concerned, you weak. And I don't want you around me. None of them. None of them. I don't want any of them around me. Who cares? You don't care about yourself. Why should I? Somebody sit you down, pull your coattail to what's real, to bring you out of darkness, to keep you from looking like a fucking idiot to everybody else, and you reject it. What's wrong with him, yo? Anyway, I yield the floor. I yield the floor. But that's still a beautiful piece, though, man. That's a beautiful piece. All of them beautiful pieces, man.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's that justice energy right there.
And get over here and talk about what benefits you. Man, y'all go to fucking hell, y'all. That's your benefit. Go sit on a fucking rock and diss a fucking pit. Cause you act like you don't know what genocide is.
The emerald I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about the guy that got on here talking about one of the benefits of becoming a Moor. Like you act like you don't. They act like they don't know what. Yeah, they act like they don't know what genocide means. That means you in a fucking lotion bottle. That means you inside McDonald's hamburger. That means some of your bones is found up under the fucking church. That's what that means. That means you lambs on the fucking table. Somebody eating you, yo. Literally. You act like you don't know what genocide is. Idiots, yo. Anyway, but I yield the floor.
But see, that's the problem is, I said it the other week. They mindset of soon as anything that I do, I must get something back from it. Like we're that colonized mindset. Like every time you go think, you can't get out of a reactionary way of I'm under colonized. The way you think you got to get something, the way you move, the way you live, is colonization. That's why I said they're not asking what's the benefit. Like you know what you asking. Which materialistic gain do I get from that proclaiming my nationality? I still got to go to work. I still got to live in an apartment building. I still got, like, they want their. So like to me, I'm like, so what do you want? You want to go to the mall, buy more sneakers? You're gonna get these houses and you don't even know how to cut no damn grass. You don't even know how to put gas in the damn lawnmower. but you want all this property, but you can't even cut. You don't even got a lawnmower to cut grass. You just came from an apartment building. Like, so I know you don't know how to cut grass, but you want all of this stuff. Your conveyance or car or whatever gets messed up. How you fix? You know how to fix that? You're gonna get all this stuff, but you don't even know what to do with it. Like, you don't know what to do. And then, like I said, the stuff that you want is based off of what you saw off MTV Cribs, what you saw on BET, what you saw on TV, the NFL players and the NBA players. That's not what you learned that your ancestors had in ancient time, in antiquity. You didn't learn that. You want the stuff that y'all saw on TV. You want, with Pop Smoke and whoever else, what they got in their music videos. That's what you want. That's the only shit you know. So I know that's what you want. You don't know nothing else. Cause that's what they. I know that. I know that. That's like I was trying to explain to someone. I'm not saying like I'm not okay. I know that's all you know. It's not. I'm not trying to say, oh, or I'm coming at you. That's just the nut. That's what they teach us. That's all they give us to know. We don't know no other way. That's all they give us. I was trying to explain that to my boy. Like, you can't be a good father. It's not I'm coming at you. You got 24 hours in a day. You go to work for 8. You got to sleep for 8. You got to brush your teeth, wash your face, go grocery shopping. You need clothes, and we ain't mentioned nothing about you raising your children yet. And you only got like 6 hours left in the day. How are you raising your children? You can't. It's not saying you. I'm not coming at you. I'm saying how the system is set up. It's not made for you to do it. You can't do it. You can't.
Taking up all your time of the day.
You can't do it. You can't do it. So when you asking for that benefit, what does nationality gets you away from all of that? Because now you have a clear mindset of what the hell is going on. Okay, the benefit is that stuff that they said was a benefit ain't no damn benefit. There you go right there. There you go right there.
Say it again.
There you go right. Because once you get your nationality, the real benefit is you knowing that benefit that they say is a benefit is really not a benefit. That's the true benefit. You're gonna benefit off of the fact that what they said was a benefit ain't no damn benefit. My cousin came to my house, my domicile today. You need to sign up for this program. They're gonna give you these free windows, this free this. I said, bro, you think them colonists give you anything for free? First thing they want to know, social. What's this number? What's that? I said, that shit ain't free. That's slavery right there. That ain't. Don't just think they're just giving you something. I don't give a f what they want. What they gonna give you? There ain't nothing free from these colonists. You be careful what you getting from these people, because you think you getting the benefit. There ain't no damn benefit. In the back door, you can't. If we give you this, you can't get this. You can't get this if we give you this. See, so it ain't free. You see what I'm saying? It ain't. You get to control my damn life or how I move and operate if you give me something for free. No. Nope. That's not a benefit, and that's what they want. If that's what you want, stay messing with them colonists. But if you want the benefit over here is you're gonna have to learn to do everything you want. You're gonna have to. You want to smoke weed? You better grow your own weed. You want to eat? You better go get your own food. You want the best luxury food, the best seasonings on your food? Grow it. Go get it. Or you getting fast food. You like out here. It freaking amazed me. I do my Steve Coakley research. I want to know who own the grocery stores around here. The same is a huge grocery store chain line here called Big Y. The same people who own the chain Big Y own the major hospital here called Bay State Medical. The same people who own the food grocery store own the hospital. Ain't that a coincidence?
No.
The same people who giving you the high blood pressure, the GMO food, the effed up groceries, they own the hospital. I said, yo, that's fucking amazing.
That ain't no coincidence, though.
That ain't no coincidence. That ain't no
They,
coincidence. I tell you,
they people making you sick, calling
what's the
self-healing.
benefit? And that's my benefit. Once I had a nationality, I realized, oh, that shit that you thought you getting food stamps, you getting free food. Oh, that shit got stuff in it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I thought you was getting free food, but your free food got shit in it, don't it? Yeah. Now you back. Now you going to the hospital to get fixed, but the hospital you going to, you getting it from the food that poisoned you. You going to go see the same nigga who gave you the food that poisoned you to fix you.
And end
That's what's
up dying
going on
on
here.
and end
That's
up
what's
dying
going.
on the surgery table.
Come on. But you want a benefit from who? From who? Even okay. Say, oh, you don't pay taxes. You okay. I thought about that. I said, okay, you don't pay taxes. You want to live free on the land and everything. All right, now something happened. When you call highwaymen, who you calling? You calling the Moorish 911 number? You got to call the European who you said you're not paying taxes no more. You think they're gonna come police you like they gonna go police they regular people who we paying their taxes and everything? Now you need security. You need your own police. Y'all got issues. We got problems. Not just oh I ain't paying this. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. We got it's a whole trickle down effect. But because you want your benefit and you so used to just the easy way, I'll just go down here and sign up and they'll give me this. See what they taught you? They taught y'all that. I just go down here, sign this, and they give me this. They taught y'all that's the way a benefit is. Who taught y'all that? Where'd that come from? I go down here, sign up here, and they give me this. Where'd that concept come from?
The system.
Where'd that come from? That's called colonization. That's not a benefit. That's called you stupid. You stupid. They got this movie on the island thing. I seen in the previews for it. So-called Moorish Latin lady, Puerto Rican, was the butler lady, and she was the butler lady with these rich European people. They get stuck on the island. Long story short, they get stuck on the island or whatever. They used to disrespect her being the butler, but when she got stuck on the island, she the only one that knew how to cook, kill the food, prep the food and everything. They went to go disrespect her on the stranded island. She changed the whole tables around. Y'all gonna call me by my name. I'm not no damn maid, whatever, no more. Y'all don't know how to cook, clean, or whatever. I'm the leader now. So because y'all fucking stupid and always looking for a benefit and don't know how to do for yourselves, you keep thinking because I got this, I got that, and don't need to know nothing, that I'm gonna be good. But when that day come when you got to know something to do on your own, bro, you're gonna need the person that knows how to do all of that. But you just wanted the benefit. You just wanted to, I'm gonna sign up here and y'all gonna give me this. All right. So then when somebody come molest you and you don't know nothing because you stupid, you just, oh, I just need a benefit. Oh, they said I had to give him this, so I gave it to him because I didn't want to lose this. See what happens when you want to keep playing that benefit game? Y'all keep
Not
playing that.
knowing. Also,
I need a benefit.
pardon me, brother Yusef, not knowing it belongs to them already anyhow, and the people supposed to be giving it to them, it's just overseeing their estates for them and overseeing their estates because their status is dead. You get it?
I comprehend that.
The people that's supposed to be giving them something, just overseeing their estates because their status is dead.
Okay, but if I give you water, right? If I let y'all have free water, y'all don't know how to run that those reservoirs. How y'all know how to? We don't know how to run those reservoirs to give our people water from that. We don't know how to do that. They just start giving us our stuff back, but we don't know how to use it. They be like, all right, we'll give y'all all the asphalt resources. We don't know how to transfer that, make cement roads, all of it. Who's doing this? Who? I remember Steve Copley asked those questions in class. I was like, damn, I never even thought of it like that. Yeah, y'all want all y'all shit back, but don't even know how to work it. But it go back to I'm gonna leave the European here long enough to teach you how to run government. And that always, I was like, I thought it was some, politics stuff.
That's our Jolly's the man, yo. That's our Jolly's the man.
Yep. But I'm talking about the simple stuff though. Like the simple stuff don't take no rocket scientist. I mean, because it's those. I could sweep a broom. I could drive. I could drive a police car. You see what I'm saying? I could deliver mail. I could drive a dump truck. Simple stuff. Start with the simple stuff first. I don't want to be no. I can't. I'm not a brain surgeon, so I can't do that.
No more, Brother Bay. I'm gonna tell you like I tell my sister. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about them other ones. Stop putting you a study. You study. I ain't talking about you. You one of the special ones. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. We still talking about the one who wants the benefit.
Well, anyway, Brother Yusef, shouts out to the little Yusef, man. You did a great job with him, man. I want to tell you that myself personally, man. Thank you, man. Islam.
Yusef, somebody was asking about the name of the movie you were talking about.
I have no idea. It's on Netflix. I forgot that it was like a series thing. It wasn't a movie. It's a series that came on there. I'm gonna ask them more about this. I'll get it. I forgot all about what it was called. Man, it was, and the lady had switched too. She went from this old polite, like I don't know much, I just want to do my job and go home, to when they got stranded on that island, they made her look like she was just this crazy witch who knew too much. Like that's how they try to portray, but she wasn't playing. She was like, oh nah, you gonna call me by my name, and y'all don't know how to do nothing out here. So, and I'm the one with all the knowledge. I know how to hunt, cook, and all of that. So y'all don't need me to survive. And she was like, is that understood? And they got quiet. They went around the thing. They got that camera zoomed in on one of the rich dudes. And he said, yes. Like say her name was Maria. He said, yes, Maria. And I laughed so hard. Like they didn't call her Miss Butler lady no more. He called her, yes, Maria. Like, I'm hungry. I'll call you whoever you want me to call you.
That's right.
That's right. If you want to eat, you want to eat. Yep. Ain't no benefit gonna save you when you're on a stranded island. Ain't no benefit. No. That's what I'm saying. When we looking at it, we be like, oh, we want the colonists to give us our stuff back. We get our stuff back, it's gonna be looking like a stranded island. Like, okay, we got it back. Now how we use this? How we get to use this stuff?
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know. How we use this? How we get to trade with other places and stuff and not go back to slavery again. That's what I be wanting. Like, we got that plan yet? They want to benefit. They better. I'll pop them legs, like I tell my son. I'll pop them legs. you want to benefit? Get them legs popped. Benefit. See what I'm saying? And like I said, they really asking what kind of materialistic stuff can they really receive if they proclaim their nationality. That's what they asking. How many can I go on a shopping spree, vacations, to the beach? Can I just stop working?
No.
And then do what? You already lazy. So now what you want? Already lazy. You done signed up for every benefit you can possibly get already. That's why you asking for more benefits.
Mine in the wrong place.
They're trying to see how they can get food stamp Section 8 from colonists, and because I'm a Moor now, what the Moor is going to give me too. No.
My frame in the wrong place. Just
they coming in with their hand open. Like, they doing me a favor for proclaiming their nationality. Ain't doing me no damn favor.
Definitely not.
Ain't doing me no favor.
Definitely
Like
not.
we need you. Oh, you just the one missing piece.
And you know what? On the same note, you know what hurt me too? Also, um, Rise of the Moors, man. I supported them guys, man. They fucking hurt me, man. They all 11 of them just fucking pig.
I'm
Now
gonna have
now
to yield more. Forgive me.
now Jamal talking about he's a fucking Muslim. Crazy, man. That shit hurt me, yo.
Nah, don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Oh, I know yeah. I am, you know I am, brother Cujo. But I just wanted to put it right there on the air. That shit hurt me, yo. I don't know what Jamal thinking about. Talking about he's a fucking Muslim or not. He support Muhammad, all that BS. Anyhow, enough said on that. Ain't no benefit. I mean, the only benefit, the greatest benefit of all is knowing thyself. And then you ain't got to be, pretending to be somebody that you're not. That's a beautiful benefit to me, yo. When they had me around here thinking that I was a Christian, you know what I'm saying? They had me thinking I was out of nowhere else. Had me thinking all kinds of foolishness. I don't think like that no more, though. My goodness. All I see now is a bunch of sellouts down south, yo. I'm in the plaza because they like to go sit up inside McDonald's all day and converse with one another. And they be shooting one another little signals and whatnot, little signs with the little hands, gestures, saying stuff. I mean, I look at them like, man, y'all sick, man. Y'all really sick.
You already know. You
That's
already
crazy,
know.
though, brother Cujo. That's so
Huh?
crazy. That's so crazy, though, because, I mean, 'cause after you get to a point and period in studying, and you see it's all about the Asiatic woman, you see it's all about her, and your mother is Asiatic woman, and you
No, but they don't see that it's all about her. They don't see that. Only people who study see that. And these people don't study. So they don't see Jack. They don't see their nose.
lying as a bat. But the ones that's supposed to be running the show though, like it's where I met his brother named Nassau. He leading the crew. All the rest of them, he got a little sidekick, but all the rest of them below him. I'm looking at him now, and all the rest of them like y'all crazy, man. Y'all are absolutely crazy. I remember when I was at the church, and I used to be a steward on the board. So I used to go to all the meetings and whatnot. Now they tried to whisk me in to become a club member, but I was asking too many questions because I was like, "Why is it so secretive? What's the big secret about it? I mean, what's going on? If it's of God, how come it's not in the open? Everything want to be done behind closed doors and whatnot." They started looking at me like, you're asking too many questions. So they backed off me. But now I see what it was really all about. About a bunch of BS. Holding a woman down. And that's just, that don't make any sense to me. It really don't make any sense to me. How you gonna hold a woman down and you come from a woman? You don't want her to grow at all. Just want to keep her beneath you. That don't make any sense to me. Especially then you got a daughter, then you supposed to have a wife, then you have sisters, then you have aunties, then you have people that you associate yourself with out in society that you're supposed to care for. And they all, I mean, then and then like you see the effect on on other women that it has because they don't have knowledge of self and you won't even tell them what's going on. You walk right by them, hold your head up, and make sure you keep your foot on her neck, and so that you could just benefit. That don't make any sense to me. You got a sister that you're supposed to care for. She walk around here with sewage hair on her head now. How that come out the sewage and it's purple, green, blonde. She got nails on her fingers. That's some Chinese woman to put on there, and the glue got her. Now she got to cut all her hands off, cut all her fingers off, because they're infected now. Because she don't have knowledge of self. You got women saying, "I don't need no man no more. I don't need no man. I'm independent." And got the state issuing them everything. They'd rather be with another woman. You won't even tell her what's going on. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It makes me upset, really. And I wish I'm gonna keep that thought that to myself. It makes me upset, really, though. And it's sad. All of them need to off with their head. They hypocrites. I mean, you're supposed to be a strong man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be strong. And you weak. You afraid of telling the truth because of what somebody might do to you. You act like you're gonna live forever. You know what I mean? You act like you don't even have a soul. They weak to me. Half the time when I say I be ready to put my helmet and shoulder pads on, Cujo, and tackle them, yo. Put my helmet and shoulder pads on, yo, run right into them like a defensive lineman. Wish I had some time. I wish they even had a semi-tractor trailer. I'd run right into that McDonald's, yo, jump out, that whole thing blow up. They crazy, man. Especially where they sitting down at. Run the truck running through that window, right where they sitting at. They crazy. How you gonna be afraid of the hybrid avian European immigrant? Your science created them in a laboratory. Your mother's science created them in a laboratory. The same woman that you walk by, she got mop hair on her head now. She don't have knowledge of herself. You walk right by, turn your nose up to her. She's strung out on drugs now. Cause she just done had enough. She giving up. They walk right by. And they don't see all these immigrants moving to the neighborhood. Just been here 2 weeks, already got a house, a boat, a mobile home, a job, money in the bank, and they just cashiers at a Family Dollar store or something like that. Just a cashier. They got all that stuff already. They've been here for 2 weeks. And you okay with that? They all right with that. I don't get it. But they get on here talking about a benefit. You get all your shit back, man. Get all your stuff back. Stop being Negro, black, and colored. Stop being something that they're not. Stop accepting tags, brands that put you in a dead status. You get all your shit back. That's the benefit of it. Anyway, but I yield the floor. Ain't nobody else gonna get on?
Islam. No, Moor's probably got life going on right now. But let's go open up for you to make any last comments, Moor, because you already know 7:30, RV Bay getting down on the go-to meeting. And you can get all the information on the RV Bay homepage. Just check that out. And don't forget tomorrow night, Sons of Allah, third Thursday. Myself and Brother Mizraim tomorrow night. We'll be dealing with some Noble Drew Ali tomorrow night. So you'll want to be here. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to you, Brother Bay times 4.
Islam. I just want to say, thank the Brian Law, Ajax Woman, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's all that really matters. Honor your bloodline. That's the benefit from it. Growth and prosperity comes after it. Islam.
Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Happy New Year once again. Honors to all the mothers. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Peace and love to all the Moors. Study, study, study. And trust in your higher self. And don't forget, we got Holy Covenant. That we got each other. So honors to all the Moors who got another Moor. With no question. Honors to you. Islam to all the Moors worldwide.
Islam.
Islam.